Endurance. You know that stat that raises your stamina, max equip load, and apparently your bleed resistance? Yeah, that stat that almost nobody levels up. Well, I got curious one day. What happens if you only level up endurance in Dark Souls? And can you actually do the flip while wearing full Havels? Well, let's find out. But before delving into this run, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and it would be awesome if you could join me in some jolly cooperation and help me reach that goal. And with all that out of the way, we can finally begin. In the character creation, I gave my character an appropriate name, picked Wanderer as my class, and the Master Key as my gift. We begin in the Undead Asylum as you would expect, and after having a chat with our homeboy Oscar, he kindly handed me the Estus Flask and the Undead Asylum key. After taking the plunge on the Asylum Demon and spanking it on its Nicki Minaj-sized booty, Miyazaki actually flipped me the bird all the way to Lordran. Once at Firelink Shrine, I picked up every consumable soul in the area, used the Master Key to open the Valley of the Draco Malfoys, picked up more souls, and arrived in Darkroot Basin to get the Dragon Crest Shield, which, as you know, it improves stamina recovery by 4 points per second while equipped. I don't know why I'm giving you this 13-year-old information, but there you go. I went on to pick up the longbow and some arrows and arrived at the Undead Parish. I unlocked the elevator to the shrine, sniped Ingvard like a 12-year-old camper in a MW2 lobby for the key to the seal. I then opened up the gates to let the water flow outside, wondering how the fuck did Ingvard manage to flood the city in the first place. Had some Dark Souls 2 PTSD and got my hands on the very large ember. Let me now show you a quick shortcut back to the bonfire. Works every time. I gave the very large ember to Andre and I made my way to the Undead Burg, and I'm going to show you how you can reach the depths without killing Capra Demon. This time for real. Go down where these barrels are and make sure you kill all the enemies so that they won't follow you. Go up the ladder, and as soon as you reach the top, turn around. If you did it correctly, you should be standing on top of the handles of the ladder. Then just roll to your character's right side and follow the path until you fall down. From here, you will have to infinite roll or meme roll, which is achieved by having your equip roll between 26 and 29% in the remastered version of this game. This is what it should look like. Once you've landed, follow the path I'm taking. Once I got into the depths, I picked up the large ember and got my ass sent back to the bonfire. Then I quickly ran to everyone's dream retirement home and picked up 3 large souls and large tits. And speaking about tits, oh yes, Squealek, please step on me and pull my hair. I returned to my high school crush and he wanted to see my large ember. I agreed, but only if he showed me his tits, which he did. So I then used those sweet titties to upgrade my scimitar to +7. I performed Sense Fortress, skipped to, well, enter Sense Fortress early, to pick up some more large Titanite shards. I did want to buy more from Iron Tarkus, but the giant who throws fireballs all over the place had other plans. So I settled for a +9 scimitar, and after picking up the Firekeeper soul, I was ready to face the gargoyles. The scimitar performed very well during this fight. Being really fast, multiple hits were really effective. Thanks to its speed, the damage was actually insane. Helped obviously by the extra hits I could squeeze out thanks to all the points that I put into endurance up to this point. Once I rang the first bell, I gave Lothric his usual cannon treatment for the Fap Ring, which is a funny name to describe one of the best rings in the game. I then bathed in a poison swamp because it's good for your skin apparently, and I came back for round 2 against Squealag. The damage was pretty bad, but I know this fight pretty well, so it wasn't a huge problem, just barely an inconvenience. Here are some highlights. it kind of reminds me of that Guns N' Roses song. Take me down to the Blighttown city where the spiders are fat and they got big titties. Pretty sure those are the actual lyrics. Anyways, after upgrading my Estus flask with the help of the sister of the creature I just finished brutally murdering, I moved on to piss off the brother of these two sisters by stealing the clothes of another dead sister, death of which I had nothing to do with, and I then proceeded to unalive the poor bastard in the most pathetic way possible. Dark Souls is fun. By this point of the game I reached 39 endurance and the extra stamina was working really well with the weapon as I mentioned earlier, since it allowed me to get more hits in, therefore increasing my DPS overall. I used the dupe glitch to buy the Crest of Artorias early, joined the Forest Hunter Covenant, and violently convinced the ninja to give me his Dark Root Grain Ring, also known as the Flip Ring. I then killed the Havel Imposter to get Havel's ring to increase my equip load, after which I had the easiest time with the Taurus Demon. With the two bells rang and Sen's Fortress opened, I flipped my way back through the structure and arrived at the Iron Golem. And since the damage wasn't exactly good, I used a Golden Pine Raisin and started chewing the Iron Golem's ankle like a fentanyl addict chewing his own teeth. I even managed to stagger the poor bastard. Anyways, the armor core was defeated, and before touring through Anor Londo, I did buy some large Titanite from Tarkov. In Anor Londo there wasn't much to see. I skipped through the adventure park, I got Arrow McGee over here to fall to his demise and lit the bonfire. Then I used Quelaag's soul to create her Fury Sword. Unfortunately the damage against ONS was really bad, so I quickly ran back to the parish and killed off the Titanite demon for the demon Titanite. Because why plan your runs in advance when you can just improvise, right guys? But then something horrible happened. While I was trying to upgrade my weapon, I accidentally hit Andre and he got mad at me. He called our relationship toxic, so I had to run away, terrified of the impending doom laying upon my head if only even one of his punches landed. So I returned to Anor Londo and picked up Havel's armor as well as the Occult Club, and I was surprised that with around 45 endurance, I wasn't able to fast roll while wearing the chest and leg pieces, so I settled for something lighter. I picked up the rest of the demon Titanites in the area, including the ones dropped from this asshole here, which was annoying as fuck as you can imagine. But thanks to my effort, I was able to upgrade to +4 and I was ready to face Tupac and Biggie. Also, thanks to farming, I increased my endurance even more and was able to wear not full Havel, but most of it. After glazing at the horizon for a few seconds, I went and talked to the actual hottest girl in town. Hello, beautiful. To buy a dunk pie and to put my hands on her thick and smooth prison stone, which I both gave to Snuggly for 2 demon Titanites. And since I was ready here, I went on to absolutely melt the stray demon. Seriously, my endurance, oh my god, was so high. I could attack practically infinitely. And having a fast weapon obviously increased my deadliness by a lot. I made enough souls to make my way to 51 endurance. One of the few weapons I could use with my current stats was the scythe, which I fortunately picked up in Lower Sense Fortress while I was farming for Demon Titanites. So I upgraded it to a lightning scythe +3. I got punched in the face by Andre, but I paid some dude some money, which I obviously duped, and after that it was all water under the bridge. No idea what the guy said to Andre, but the blacksmith sure was friendly when I got back to talk to him. I returned to the shrine where a musical montage of the things I did next was awaiting for me and you, my friend. Unfortunately, I lost the footage of me defeating the 4 kings. The stream was interrupted that day during a storm and I didn't notice until sometime later like an idiot. The fight was easy as you can expect with Havel's armor and good damage output. Fortunately, I was able to record me fighting Gwyn. Oh, I also did reach 99 endurance by duping some souls just for science, and I couldn't manage to flip using every piece of the armor on. So I conveyed that it is actually impossible to flip while wearing full Havels. Anyways, I was able to parry Gwyn to death like the absolute casual that he is. Alright guys, this is the end for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I most certainly love doing this run, as it is an actual viable way to beat the game. Please consider subscribing to the channel for more and let me know what stat I should only level up in the next run or in the next game. I was thinking of doing a 99 ability build in Bloodborne, but let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching and I will see you next time.